Join me as I dive into the eerie history of Danvers State Hospital and see if I can uncover its darkest secrets. Danvers State Hospital in Massachusetts is a name that's synonymous with dark history and controversial practices. This notorious mental institution has been shrouded in mystery for decades, and its reputation continues to fascinate and unsettle people to this day. Mental health treatment has come a long way since the early 20th century, but it's hard to forget the dark days when patients were subjected to inhumane treatment and experimental procedures. The stigma surrounding mental illness led to a culture of fear and secrecy, where patients were locked away and forgotten. Facilities like Danvers State Hospital were often warehouses for the unwanted, where patients were more like prisoners than people in need of care. The lack of understanding and empathy for mental health issues created an environment where abuse and mistreatment thrived. It's a painful reminder of how far we've come, but also how much work still needs to be done to eradicate the stigma surrounding mental health. Unfortunately, the mistreatment of patients was not an isolated incident, but rather a widespread problem that plagued many mental institutions across the country. The more we learn about the past, the more we realize that the mistreatment of patients was not just a result of ignorance, but often a deliberate choice to dehumanize and punish those who were different. It's a sobering thought that makes us question the very foundations of our society and the people who were entrusted with the care of the vulnerable. As we explore the dark history of Danvers State Hospital, it's essential to remember that the mistreatment of patients was not just a product of the times, but a symptom of a deeper societal issue that still affects us today. In the past, mental illness was often seen as a moral failing, rather than a medical condition that required compassion and treatment. This lack of understanding led to a culture of silence and shame, where families were often too afraid to speak out about their loved ones who were suffering from mental health issues. As a result, patients were often left to suffer in silence, with little hope of recovery or redemption. Danvers State Hospital was founded in 1874, and its imposing structure was meant to be a symbol of hope and rehabilitation. However, its grand architecture and picturesque surroundings belied the dark secrets that lurked within its walls. Over the years, the hospital was plagued by allegations of abuse, patient mistreatment, and mysterious unmarked graves. The hospital's eerie reputation was further fueled by its labyrinthine corridors, hidden rooms, and secret passages that seemed to whisper secrets to those who dared to listen. The hospital's history is full of infamous incidents that will send chills down your spine. From botched lobotomies to mysterious patient disappearances, every stone you turn at Danvers State Hospital seems to reveal a darker secret. The hospital's architectural features, such as its towering spires and grand staircases, seem to be designed to intimidate and disorient, rather than to heal and comfort. It's as if the hospital's designers wanted to create an atmosphere of fear and dread, where patients felt like they were trapped in a living nightmare. One of the most chilling tales to come out of Danvers State Hospital is the story of a former patient who was subjected to a series of brutal experimental procedures. This patient, known only as Patient 17, was admitted to the hospital in the 1940s with a diagnosis of schizophrenia. However, instead of receiving treatment, Patient 17 was subjected to a series of gruesome experiments, including forced lobotomies and electroshock therapy. The patient's records were later sealed and the hospital denied any wrongdoing, but the whispers of Patient 17's ordeal continued to haunt the hospital's corridors long after the incident. Despite its dark history, Danvers State Hospital is a powerful symbol of the need for compassion and understanding in the treatment of mental health issues. The hospital's legacy serves as a reminder that we must learn from the mistakes of the past and strive to create a more empathetic and humane society. As we move forward, it's essential to remember that mental health treatment is not just about treating the illness, but about treating the person. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the dark secrets of Danvers State Hospital. What are your thoughts on mental health treatment? And are there any historical sites you'd like me to explore next? Let me know in the comments below.